Hi everybody, Coach Susan here with Big on Results Coaching. I help people that are in transition or stuck to live a life of joy and prosperity. And I am here for your Manifestation Monday video on the topic of sword. What does sword mean to you? Does it mean it's something that is sharp? Does it mean something that is offensive or defensive? Frequently in life, we have a sword that we never use. Sometimes we forget that we even have a sword at all. And sometimes we just think that we feel safe because we are packing our sword and we have a sword that we could use should we need to use it. Here's a question for you. Why aren't you using your sword? We have this illusion and this mindset that we only need it in severe things. But that's not true. We actually need our sword all the time. So our sword can provide protection for us. It can provide safety. It can keep people at bay, people away from us that may have intention for harm. So when we have our sword and we are just toting it around and having it, really, why? There is so many things in life that we should be cutting through, that we should be in that capacity of using it in an offensive manner. Why are we just waiting to use it in a defensive way? I know that there's value to protecting yourself and being able to battle should you need to. What if I tell you right now that you should be battling now? That you should be in that place of offensiveness, moving forward in your life, battling through the things that no longer serve you. If you have things attached to you and you have things weighing you down and you're trying to get from point A to point B in your life, maybe you're at point N, maybe you're at point R, maybe you're at point, and then you're lugging the stuff that's attached to you. It could be guilt, it could be anger, it could be so many different things that no longer serve you. We think that we need to always remain pretty much the same. Just polish yourself up a little bit. Just be slightly better than you were yesterday. Well, no, that is not how you should be. We need to do some internal clearing. We need to do some internal cutting things out, removing things, clearing things out to create a space for something better. So when you're dragging along all of these things and all of this minutia and chaos and stress and anger and fear, how's that feel? Heavy? Is it taking you longer to get to where you need to be? Are you even recognizing that those things are following you and they're attached to you? So now's the time to be offensive. Cut the things out of your life that no longer serve you. We think because we were committed to one thing in the past that we must always remain that way. Not true. Does that thing still serve you? The thing that's bound to you, that's pulling you down? Or maybe you're still able to tread and move forward, but it's more labor intensive. How about when you're going forward and it's no longer fun? But not realizing that the stuff is actually pulling you back, keeping you held back in a type of constraint that sometimes will allow motion, but it's still holding you back. It's holding you back from that potential, that passion, that purpose that is for you. So time is now to whip out your sword and cut those things out of your life that no longer serve you. If it serves you, then that's beautiful. But there's so many things as we age and as we become older and more mature that are holding us back. Those are the things that I'm talking about. So we need to offensively move forward with our sword and cut those things out of our lives that no longer serve us. We have many. Have you sat down and thought, I wonder what things no longer serve me in my life? What things could I cut out? I'll tell you, the things that you need to cut out of your life bring you no joy. They don't make you happy. You do not grow from it. You have zero expansion, or you're expanding in a forced way because the weight is so heavy. It's pulling you back. So anything that's going to prevent you and pull you back is the things that you need to sever. Whip out your sword. Yeah, that might have a couple cobwebs on it. Take authority. Use that. It's not just to protect yourself, but I'll tell you, whipping out your sword and cutting those cords and cutting those strings of the things that's holding you back to being the person and living that authentic life and that purpose. Yeah, it's necessary. When you can cut those things off of you, you become really light. You become, where it's easier to breathe. And you're able to motion forward and be that person that you want to be, that you need to be. Or maybe you didn't know that you could be. We get to certain plateaus in our lives. Well, I think I reached my potential. Okay, I did this. You know what? My life isn't ideal for me, but it's not so bad. There are people in other parts of the world that have worse lives. So, you know what? I'm pretty fortunate. Okay. How's that feel? How's it feel? Do you wake up excited every day and say, I have the best life ever? Or are you like, I'm thinking of 4-letter cuss words. I gotta get up. Gotta go do this. Here I go again. Here I am rhythmically doing this motion of life and that motion of life and doing this thing and that thing, but don't have any happiness doing it. Cut the cords. Cut them. Sever the ties that are holding you back. When you do this and you have that freedom to motion and to move around and to do these things that are part of your purpose plan, it opens up a whole new way. It opens up a whole new path. It opens up so many things that you could advance to. Why not take that opportunity now? Stop living that life of, I'm going through the motions. That I'm going through the motions and I'm just doing this. I'm just going to do that because this is what I do. Oh gosh, here's yet another year. Let's just get through this. Let me just do it. Let's get through and have it to be done. If that's what you're feeling, time to cut some cords. Cut those strings. Use your sword. Be offensive. Stop thinking that your sword is only for a defensive purpose. Move forward. Do what you need to do in your life and take care of business and cut those cords so your life can be amazing. It's for you. Think about it. Create a list. I bet you could rattle off several different things that no longer serve you. Let that be your criteria. Just because it served you in the past does not mean that in present time that it serves you. You will know what those things are. They're easy to do. It's making the decision, and you can imagine and you can envision in your head, I have this cord that belongs to blah, blah, blah. Cut it. I have the string that's weighing me down. It's attached to this other thing that I've been dragging around. Cut it. Maybe it's an emotion that you need to do. Maybe it's a relationship that you need to do that no longer serves you. Maybe it's your employment. Maybe it just is the mundane routine. You'll know. There'll be a lot of diversity in there. Write it down. Symbolically, cut it out of your life because it no longer serves you. And if you need help on how to do that, or if you would like me to be a part of that process for you, let me know. I'd love to help you because I'd love for you to have that element of freedom, to take that responsibility and that authority and that action in an offensive way and cut the things out of your life that no longer serves you to create that space for that purpose so you can live that authentic life that you were designed to live. It's going to feel so good. I'm Coach Susan with Big on Results Coaching, and I want to help you with that. Let me know how I can serve you best. And I'm going to attach a song to this video that I found that was really interesting. Right before that I decided to film this, I heard that song and it spoke to me, and I think that it will to you too. Until next Monday.